Hello designers, welcome to Alakeoge YouTube channel. So I made this asymmetric neckline with collar and I thought to share tutorials here on YouTube. So if you're here and you're interested in learning how I made this, continue to watch this video. So for this, you're going to need your back pattern, just half of your back pattern, okay, just half scale like this. But for your front, you're going to need a full scale like this because we are going to be making asymmetric. So that means the neckline is not going to be the same on both sides. So you need a full pattern like this. So I always fold my pattern paper, fold like I'm showing us, then I'll place my pattern to trace it on it. I have a detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice and I'm going to link it in the comment section. So if you can't draft a pattern like this, don't worry, just go and watch that video and come back to watch this. So let's not waste too much of our time. So right now I'm going to do my underbust tightening. So the underbust tightening technique that I use here is you're going to measure what you have on your underbust line, then you skip the dots. So whatever excess you have there, use it to tighten it. So I'm going to leave a link in the comment section also for you to check out the contouring technique that I've shared before. So you should know how to do this, okay? So if you don't, just watch that tutorial. It is very detailed. So I'm doing that, and once I'm done with that, we're going to now move to the neckline. So I did my underbust tightening here, but it is not compulsory. If you don't want yours to be like or contoured and at the underbust, you might just skip this part. So now let's move on to the neckline. So on the neckline, from the neck point, I'm going to open the neckline by half inch on both sides. So once you're done with that, come to the center of your pattern. I went in there by 2.5, then where I marked 2.5, I go up by 1 inch. So from that half inch, I mark a line down there. Then on the other side, I connected it. Can you see the neckline? So this is what we call asymmetric. The neckline on both sides is not the same. Can you see? Just like how it is here. So you can use a curve ruler. I'm showing us that you can actually use a curve ruler instead of a straight ruler. So whichever one you want is totally fine. And you can also make your neckline to be more deep than this. Okay, you can make it deeper than this if you want to. This is totally your choice. So once you're done with that, you're going to construct the collar. Okay, so we're not just making a symmetric neckline, we're making it with a collar. So you need to mark your collar width. But before I do that, I'm going to mark the midpoint of my neck point to my shoulder point. I'm just going to connect it there, just like a style line, so that once I close my bust dart, I'm going to just transfer my dart to there and have everything in place. So once I'm done with that, then we're going to construct the collar. So for the collar here, I went out from the underbust by 1 inch here, but that doesn't really matter later because I just draw the line down. So you're going to mark down how long you want that side of your collar to be. So after I mark that, come to this side here, I marked 3 inches at first. So that was how wide I wanted to be before. Then I connected it to this part here. I think I marked 2 inches there. So now you can make your collar to be bigger than that. Honestly, I would have preferred my collar to be more bigger than that. I actually made it bigger at first. You're going to see this. I made it bigger here. Then I later now rolled it straight. Okay, so to reduce the collar, which I really do not like later because I would have left it big. I would have wanted my collar to be big. So if you want your collar to be big, make sure you have more width than what I have here. So I'm going to use a black marker to just highlight it. Now since I'm not going with the previous one, I went with the smaller one, but I would have preferred the bigger one. So I'm just going to highlight it. So this is the collar on this side of the neckline. So for the other side of the neckline, you're just going to come towards the side of that part. So from there, I marked 3 inches. Then I wanted to connect it to the shoulder point. So but mark a line here like this. Then towards the shoulder point, I went out by ½ inch. So that means the collar is just going to fall outside the shoulder point by just ½ inch. Okay, so I'm just going to just connect that. Can you see? So I connected that like that. So this is the collar on both sides. Now you can actually change the design. If you don't really want this, you can actually make it round. You can just try to make it look the way you want it to be. So you get another pattern paper under your pattern, then you get your tracing wheel. You need to get a tracing wheel, then you use your tracing wheel to trace out your collar. Okay, trace out every part of your collar that you constructed. So once you've done that, I'm just going to use my ruler to bring it out. So I'll roll it out like this. So this is the collar for this side, can you see? So I'll cut it out, then I'll now get another pattern paper towards the side for this second side of the collar. Then you trace it out and you mark it out, and that's just as simple as that. So I'm sure this tutorial is very easy for us to understand. So I'm sure if you see a design like this, you can easily get how to construct your collar. Okay, so I'm sure we'll learn something. Please let me know in the comment section if this tutorial is helpful. Don't forget to drop a like and comment, and if you're not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. Okay, thank you for doing that. So once I've constructed my collar, the next thing for me is to cut open my front bodice. So now I'm going to cut it open through the waistline to the bust point. Then I'm going to close the bust dart like that. Okay, once you close the bust dart, if you have a little shift there, just go ahead to reblend. Okay, so pattern drafting is about chewing and reblending. So once you're done with this side, do the other side the same way. So you're just going to cut your pattern through the midpoint from your shoulder point and your neck point, and that's basically all the alterations for the front. We've generated the collar and we are cutting out the main pattern now. So this is basically what we have for the front, but just enjoy how I'm going to be cutting out my pattern. Can you see? So all the markings around the corner and all of that are no longer needed because we've already generated our collar and set it aside. So you don't need to worry about whatever markings you have there. Just cut out all the unnecessary parts of the pattern. So right here, I think I'm going to do the shoulder tightening. I've not done that before cutting it out, so I'm going to do that. So for your shoulder tightening at the front, do 1/2 inch from your shoulder point, mark 1/2 inch and connect it to your from your neck point, rather, not shoulder point. From your neck point, connect it to your shoulder point like this. This is just helps your shoulder to lay flat and perfect. Okay, so I'm going to connect that. So once you're done with that, I'll cut the rest of my pattern. So once you're done with the front pattern, so see how I cut out the neckline. So just cut out your neckline. So we didn't do any like gaping that around the neckline because the neckline is not so deep there. So this is my pattern set for the front. Look at this, the collar here. See how it's looking. So let's move to the back. So for the back, we're not doing so much. I'm just going to connect the darts to the mid shoulder point. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm going to just label my pattern. I say you're going to go 2 pieces for each side, your center back, your side back. Then I added 1 inch to the center back for the zipper allowance. So that 1 inch is for zipper allowance that I added there. Then I'm going to cut out my pattern. So I will do shoulder tightening of 0.25. You remember that at the front I did 0.5 from the neck point to the shoulder point, but now at the back you're going to do just 0.25. Then go ahead to cut open your pattern. Okay, so the back doesn't have so much alteration and all of that. So this is our pattern set for the front and the back. So I'm going to cut this out on my fashion fabric and also the lining, and here we have them. So this is the back here. Can you see the side back? I've cut it out. I ironed stay on it. So this is the center back. I ironed stay on this too. So I added my necessary seam allowance. So I add all the seam allowance that you're going to need to join this together. So see the front, I cut 1 each for the front. Okay, one piece each for the front. Then I have my collar. Can you see my collar here? So I added 1/2 inch round as seam allowance around my collar. So I use crepe fabric for the collar and cara for the main bodice. Okay, so now we're going to join the collar. So once you're joining your collar, you're just going to join. You're not going to join towards the neckline and towards the shoulder. You're only going to join this side. The side I'm pointing to, you're not going to join this side here. Look at how I'm going to join this part here. You're going to join like this here. So you're not going to join the part where it's going into your neckline and the part that is going into your shoulder. Okay, so you're only going to join the rest. So the part that is going towards your neckline and the part that is going to go towards the shoulder, you're not going to join them. So the rest, this other, like, it's just like half of the collar. That's the part you're going to join it for this side. So the other side, join the side that is going to go towards now, this part that is long towards up there, but you're not going to join the part towards the neckline. So for the fashion fabric, the front bodies, we're going to join them together at the sides like this, and the back, you're going to join the center back and the side back together. So go ahead and join them with the allowance, seam allowance that you added, then you're going to bring them back for us to see the rest. So here's what I have. I've joined them together. The back is now in just 2 single pieces like this, okay, and then the front is going to be in 1 single piece. I've joined it together like this. And my collar, I'm going to show you the collar. So can you see, this is the collar. The part that is going towards the neckline, I did not join it. Look at it, the part that is going towards the neckline, the part that is going to go into the shoulder. So right now I'm going to pin the part that is going towards the neckline. You're going to pin it on the neckline. So you need to stitch it down, okay, you need to hold it down towards the neckline. So that's what you're going to do now. Can you see how I'm pinning? So I always use my pin, okay, so make sure you pinned it and make sure they are aligned. You can see that the seam allowance towards this part, I removed it out. After sewing my collar, I make sure to iron it, please. Once you've done sewing your collar or even whatever you're sewing at this point, always iron every single step of your sewing. This is very important. Can you see my collar? I've ironed it and I'm pinning it towards the neckline right now, and I'll just go ahead to stitch it down. So once you pin it, look at it, make sure everything is in place, then take it to your sewing machine and stitch. Okay, it's just that simple. So I'm removing this now because I thought this is not really balancing, so that's why you need to pin first, so you see if everything is in place. And once it's in place, then take it to your sewing machine and sew. So once I'm done, okay with what I have here, I'm going to go ahead to stitch this, then I'll bring it back. So the rest of the sewing process is just basically what we always do. You're going to join this together at the shoulder, join it together at the side, and that is all. So I've joined this on the collar to the neckline. Can you see the collar to the neckline already? So right now we're just going to join the fabric to the back pattern to the front, through the shoulder and also to the sides. So for the skirt part, I'll just bring my skirt. I've done that already, okay, so just get your skirt. So yours might not even be a skirt, a pencil skirt, it might be a flat skirt, or it might be a pleated skirt. So I'm going to join this on the shoulder and also on the side, then I will join my skirt to it. So for the finishing of this skirt, I'm using the backed out finishing method, which you're going to see towards the end of this video. So this is my skirt here, and I'm going to stitch this together. So here I've stitched it together, okay, so I'm done stitching. So the way you sew your fabric is the same way you're going to sew your lining if you are using the backed out finishing method, okay. So you just need to finish up your dress, even including the zipper. So I'm going to fix the zipper before I install the lining. So if you want a tutorial on how to finish your dress using the backed out finishing technique, let me know in the comment section, okay. So that's the method that I'm going to use to finish this up. So this is my lining. Can you see I even have pad on my lining? So I only added pad to the lining, I didn't iron pad on the fashion fabric. So you're going to finish it up. So I'm going to fix the zipper first before I finish it with my lining. So at this point, I'm done sewing my dress already. So look at this, I've incorporated the lining already, okay. So I've joined the lining, I've fixed the zipper. So like I said before, if you want to sew a tutorial on how to finish your dress using the backed out finishing method, let me know in the comment section. Please comment so I will know. So the part that told us that the ½ inch will go towards the after the shoulder, I don't know if you get that when I did the pattern for the collar. So that's why this is not joining to the end, okay. So once I fix the sleeve, that ½ inch is going to fall towards the the shoulder like that. So I want to turn this to the wrong side, so we're going to see the backed out finishing technique that I'm talking about. Look at this, everything is neat like this, okay. So this is the finishing technique. If you want to see a tutorial on this, let me know in the comment section. So we are done basically with this. I'm going to fix sleeve of choice. Okay, so you can fix any sleeve of choice, a basic sleeve or any kind of sleeve that you want. Okay, so this is all for this tutorial. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much for doing that. So let me see you. Click on like, turn on the notification bell, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.